everyone, welcome back to Anges Pilates. I know these are very difficult times, so I'd like to help you keep fit and healthy by joining me on the mat. Today's workout is a Theraband. I've had a lot of requests for this. It's a great resistance tool, and just remember the different colors mean different strengths. And as usual, I'd love to hear your feedback. So let's start off with our feet, soles of the feet together, and just allow your knees to fall out. You want a rounded lower back here. You want length reaching up through your crown. Let's take the band, and I'd like you to hold it even length and probably just a little wider than your shoulders. So you want to make sure the band is taut, make sure it's not floppy. So on the inhale, we're going to lift up out of our waist. Exhale, we're going to tuck our tailbone under, so it's that little pelvic tuck, and then we're going to reach forward. Feel the abdominal connection here, keeping the arms in line with the chest. Imagine you're folding over something, and then rebuild through the mid and upper back, and then pull your band across your chest, and here you want to feel your scapula engaging your mid and upper back muscles. Then slowly come back to the center. Inhale, it's that pelvic tuck to start. Exhale, we push the breath out, and we're hugging that imaginary bow, rounding. Then we rebuild through the mid and upper back, putting the band across the chest, and find length here. Try not to break your wrist joint. And then slowly, don't let the band pull your arms in, control the band in. Let's go again, pelvic tuck to start. Exhale, we scoop over that imaginary bow, spine is rounded. Rebuilding through the spine, shoulders away from the ears. Lift a little taller as you squeeze the shoulder blades and feel that length through your spine. Slowly bring the band back in. One more here. Pelvic tuck to start. Feel your abs. Then we reach forward, scooping. Arms in line with the ears. We rebuild. Pull the band across the chest and squeeze the shoulder blades and back to the center. This time we lift up, reaching up out of the waist. Now imagine you're shaving your spine as you take the band behind you. Be careful of your shoulders here, especially when you come back up, and bring the band in front of you. And again, we lift up out of the waist. Do not flare your ribs here. We pull the band as we shave the spine. Be careful of your shoulders as you lift up and bring it back down. Two more here, lifting up out of the waist. Let's find length. Exhale, we shave the spine. Watch your shoulders. We bring the band back up and we lower. One more, and we lift up. Don't break your wrist joint. We shave the spine. We lift back up and we lower. Now we're going to bring those two together. Pelvic tuck to start. Exhale, we scoop over, rounding. We rebuild. We pull the band across the chest. Slowly bring the band back in. We lift up out of the waist, shaving the spine. Watch your shoulders here. Lift up and we pelvic tuck. And we reach forward. Let's flow it. We rebuild. We pull, squeezing the shoulder blades. Come back to the center. Lift up out of your waist. Don't flare your ribs. Let's shave the spine. Beautiful length. Lifting back up. Two more here. Pelvic tuck. Drop your shoulders. Exhale, we roll forward. We rebuild, squeezing the shoulder blades. Find that length. Slowly feel your pecs here. We lift up out of the waist. We shave the spine. Feel that length. Slowly coming back up. And it's the last one, pelvic tuck. We reach forward. Rebuild. Squeezing the shoulder blades, back muscles. Slowly coming in. Find length as we lift. Shave the spine. Lift your eye gaze slightly here. Then bring the band back up and just let's release. Relaxing. Relax your jaw, relax your face, and slowly rebuild through the spine. Beautiful. Pop your feet hip distance apart. Place the band in front of you. Make sure it's not too floppy. You want a little bit of tension. Breathing in, lift up out of your waist. Exhale, pelvic tuck to start, and we lower. Bone by bone. Make sure you feel each and every vertebra. Last thing is your head, and then I'd like you to bring your feet a little closer in. Just place the band across your hips. Place your arms beside you. So we just want to check in with our posture here. Pelvis is neutral. Pubic bone, hip bones on the same level. You want a little pocket of air between that lower spine and the mat. Let's think about softening and closing the rib cage. Sliding your lower ribs down to meet your hip bones as you draw your navel down and towards your spine. Let's lift the shoulders right up to the ears. Now walk your fingertips towards your heels and flatten your scapula on the mat. So your neck is long, your chest is open, and your pelvis is neutral. Pubic bone, hip bones on the same level. We're going to take the band above the chest. Make sure you've got a bit of tension. Now take your arms above your body. Don't let your ribs flare. Take a breath in, give me a pelvic tuck to start. So here you want to push the lower back into the mat. Tension in the band. Initiate your glutes to lift up your hips, and we peel up bone by bone. And we bring the band above the chest, place it on your hips, and then you're going to pull down, activating your triceps, and lats. Bring your band back above the chest, and we roll down bone by bone. Lengthening the tailbone away from the fingertips as we take the arms overhead. Make sure you're not arching here. Pelvic tuck to start. Push the lower back into the mat. Squeeze the buttocks to peel up. Bringing the arms above the chest, take the band to the hips, and we pull down. Then we lift up, and we melt down. Let's flow it, bone by bone. As you lengthen the tailbone away, reach the arms above your head without arching your back. Pelvic tuck, push that pocket of air away. Then initiate the glutes to lift, and we roll up. Band comes above the hips, we lower down. We pull down, activating the triceps. Make sure you have tension here. Watch your knees. Bring the band above the chest, and we lower, bone by bone. Then lengthen the tailbone away from your fingertips, and we pelvic tuck, roll. Squeeze the buttocks to lift up, bringing the band above the chest. Band comes to the hips, and we pull down, activating those lats. Band to the chest, and we lower, bone by bone. Feel your glutes, your hamstrings. Lengthen the tailbone away from the fingertips. Don't flare your ribs. 2 more here. Pelvic tuck. Squeeze the buttocks to lift. Band comes to the hips, and we pull down. Bring the band back up, and we lower, bone by bone. Lengthen the tailbone away from the crown. Find your neutral here. 1 more, pelvic tuck. Squeeze the buttocks. We roll up. Band comes to the chest. We pull down, activating the lats. Bring the band up, and we lower down, bone by bone. Lengthen the tailbone away from the crown. This is your last one, pelvic tuck. Initiate the glutes to lift up. Bring the band above the hips, and we're going to place the band across the hips. Hold it here. We pulse. 10, 9, just the arms. 8, make sure you've got tension. 5, 4, 3, 2, keep the hips lifted. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pull down and hold, and release here, and lower down. Keep the band where it is, bone by bone. Feel the lower back connect. Lengthen the tailbone away from the crown, and relax. Well done. Good job, guys. I'd like you to bring your your knees into tabletop. Feel your lower back come onto the mat. I'd like you to take your band again, just above your chest. Make sure you've got a little bit of resistance. You're going to float your arms above your body. Check in with your lower back here. Make sure it's not lifting. 100 prep. Exhale, we curl up. I want you to hit this shape first. Biceps to the ears. Make sure you're not here. Push your knees away. Now we push the breath out even further as we lift up. We place the band across the knees, and we pull down. Then we lift the arms to the ears, we pause, and we lower the whole shape down. Watch your lower back. We go again. Exhale. Curling up, look at your thighs. Deep on that lift, band comes to the shins, and we pull down. Push the breath out. Arms come to the chest, keep the chest lift, and we lower down. You have 2 more like this. Exhale, curling up, look at your thighs. We deepen as the band comes to the shins, and we pull. Keep your legs still here. Arms come to the chest, and then we lower back down. This is your last one. Exhale, look at your thighs. Deepen, lift up, and we pull down, and we hold. Pilates 100. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep those legs still and push the breath out and nod your chin. If your neck's fatiguing, lower your head and in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, halfway, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep those legs still and in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nod your chin. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, last 20. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3. Last 10. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3. Pull down, hold, and release. Woo, well done. Shake your head from side to side and breathe. Those abs should be burning. Hug your thighs towards your chest. Use your abs here. One rock. On the second rock, we're rolling all the way up. Good job, guys. This band is no joke. So let's take now the band underneath in the arches of your feet. So you want your toes off, you want your heels off, and I'd like you to be kind of even on each side of the band. You want to choke up on that band, and I want you to find length here. So make sure you're not like this or like this. You want to lift your chest, space between your lower ribs and your hips, and pull. When we hold something, we tend to lift the shoulders, so let's pull them away from the ears. Breathing in, bring your sit bones together and lift taller. Exhale, it's a pelvic tuck to start, and we're going to lower the torso, bone by bone. Don't leave any vertebra out, and as you lower, you might have to give yourself a little bit more band, but you want to keep the tension and lower your head so your arms are straight at the bottom, band is taut. Coming up, the first one's a little bit hard. Nod your chin. Now, if you struggle to get up, use your band. Maybe you want to walk up your band like this to help you lift, and we roll over. Bend your elbows in. So I'm in a C shape here. I'm folding my body over that imaginary barrel. You might have to give yourself a little bit more. Play around with where you hold your band. Tricep extension. 4 of them, and in. And 3. Don't break your wrist joint. Drop your shoulders. 2. Last one. And then we roll back, bone by bone. Adjust your hand grip at any time. Squeeze your buttocks, engage your inner thigh. And let's go up. Exhaling, nod your chin to start. Let that band help you if you're struggling. Be aware of the tight spots in your spine. Breathe into them. Bend your elbows as you roll over. You might have to give yourself more band. Tricep extension. Look at your wrist joint. Make sure you're not breaking it. 2 more, shoulders away from your ears. 1 more, and then we rebuild. Sorry, we don't rebuild, we just roll back. Just keeping that band taut, and lower your head. Make sure we've got a little pocket of air here. Exhale, curling up. We scoop over, bend those elbows. You might have to give yourself more band, adjust, and then we take it out. 4 of these. 3, elbows point backwards. 2, pull your navel towards your spine. Last one, and you keep your elbows close as we roll back. Deep abdominal connection here. Your arms will straighten as you lower down, bone by bone. And lower your head, 2 more rounds. Exhale, nod your chin, and we scoop up. Bending those elbows as we roll over. Tricep extension, 4, 3, elbows lead. 1 more, and we roll up. Relax those shoulders, last round. Exhale, tuck that tailbone under, and we roll back, bone by bone. Lengthening those arms. Land your head. Last time coming up, breathing out. Look down your body, and we scoop over, rounding. Elbows come in as you round over that barrel. Tricep extension, 4 of them. No back, pull your navel towards your spine. 2 more. Last one. And we roll back. Keep your elbows close. Straighten your arms as you lower, slow. How slow? Precise, control, and lower that head. Beautiful. Take your right foot out of the band and then lift your left leg up. Make sure your band is wide in the arch of your foot. Toes off, heel off, and try and make sure you've got even length of the band on each side. Make sure the band is taut, and you're going to ground your elbows. So if your elbows are lifting, you're going to change the resistance in the band. So make sure your elbows stay on. If you're fairly new to Pilates and you feel like your hips are moving too much, I want you to stay here with that knee bent. Otherwise, let's lengthen that leg. So push the heel down, pull your toes up with both your legs. Make sure you're not here. Let's lengthen. Shoulders away from your ears. We circle across the midline. We take that leg down and bring it around. So I want you to be mindful here of your hips. If you're not sure, lift your head and have a look at what your hips are doing. It's not about the circle, it's about the stability of your pelvis. Let's do 3 more. Inhale as your leg comes across. Exhale as you take your leg out. 2 more. Breathing in and breathing out. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to change the direction. We're going to go the other way. And because we are using the band, you can get quite a big range of motion. But remember, those hips don't move. And I'd like you to just be mindful of your wrist joint. Make sure that wrist isn't breaking. 3 more. In and out. Just warming and opening those hips. Push down with that bottom heel. You've got 1 more. And stay there. Let's change. Just pick up the other leg. If your band has scrunched like mine, then just adjust it. Make it wide. And again, you're going to lengthen that bottom leg. If you had your knee bent on the first side, please do it again on the second side. Otherwise, your leg is long. Choke up on your band. Pull your elbows down. As much leg length as you can. We circle across the midline and we take it out. So maybe if you're here, that inward action of the leg will be reduced. I don't want your knee to move, so keep your knee still. 3 more. Breathing in, elbows on, and breathing out. And just check in with those hips. Make sure they're not moving. 1 more. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's go the other way. So leg goes out, elbows stay on. Look at your wrist joint, make sure it's not breaking. So I'm also feeling that wonderful stretch in the back of my legs. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Breathing in and breathing out. Stay here. Place your other foot into the band. So make sure the band is wide and you want your feet to be hip distance apart. Choke up on your band and land your elbows. Remember, shoulders away from your ears. Let's take your right leg, push it into the band. Keep your left leg still. 9 more. Lower back is on. 8. In and out of thigh. 7. Feel that resistance of the band. 5 more. Try and keep your left leg as still as you can. 3. 2. Last one. Let's change. Other leg out and in. So this time your right leg stays still. Tailbone is anchored. Pelvis is still. 5. Breathe. 4. Relax your shoulders. Elbows on. 2 more. Last one. Now let's do both legs together. We push out and in. 9. Keep them even. 8. 7. Feel that outer thigh. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Beautiful. Bend those knees and take your feet out of the band. Beautiful. I'd like you to roll over. Just pop your band to the side for now. And I'd like you to lie on your arm. I'd like you to line your spine up with the back end of the mat and bring your toes to the front corner of the mat. Can you make sure your big toes are level? Just make sure I'm in the frame here. Top hip on top of your bottom hip. Make sure you're not leaning forwards or back. Right on top of that hip. Make sure your big toes are together and you're just relaxing your head and neck on your arms. So this is all about your glutes, your legs, but you need to use your abdominals to stabilize your pelvis. So take a breath in and let's pull that rib cage up and off the mat. So you should have a little pocket of air between that lower spine and the mat. Fingertips here, but if you need more support, please place your fingertips on the floor. Take a breath in, let's lift that waistline. On the exhale, float your legs up and hover them down. So just off the mat. Exhale, lift and lower. So what I don't want to see is this. Don't roll onto the butt cheek. Stay on top of your head and you should be on your hips. You should be feeling your waistline. 4 more. Lift, relax your neck. 3, 2, last one. Hovering just off the mat. If you can, extend your top arm right above your shoulder. If you need more support, land your hand. Little flutter kicks. Let's go. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep them tight and small. And 10, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3. Last 10, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift up, hold, and lower everything down. Come up now onto your elbow, if it's available. You could be here, or maybe you want to stay lying on your arm. Pick the position of your body that suits you. Otherwise, you're on the tip of your elbow, and hand could be here. If it's available, I'd like you to place your hand here, opening the hip. Pick up your top leg hip height. Any back strain, or if you feel your lower back, please bend your bottom knee. This is a more supported position. Wherever you are, make sure you're lifting here. So let's think about dropping that bottom shoulder and sliding your shoulder blade down your spine, and that top elbow is reaching to the ceiling. Flex the foot to start. Flex, flex. Point the toes and take it back. Now I want you to be mindful of your hip here. Make sure the hip is not going forward and back with the leg. Let's breathe. Exhale, exhale. Point the toes and take it back. Lifting up out of your waist. 4 more. 4. And take it back. And 3. You're on an imaginary shelf. Don't duck and dive with that leg. Last one. Flex, flex. And take it back. Keep it behind you. You're going to lift up and tap. Up and tap. So we're going over the fence and over the fence, but I'm not moving that top hip. And I want to keep lifting through that bottom waistline. You should be feeling your top glute now. Warm, fiery feeling through that buttock. 4 more. And back. And 3. Nice big legs, but still hips. 2. And up. Last one. And up. Beautiful. Lift up, bring your legs together. You're going to roll over onto your butt cheek. Straighten your arm, and we're going to lift up. Legs and arm. Hold it here. Breathe. Now if you can, lift that top arm and lift your legs a little higher and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Yes, good job. Let's do all of that on the other side. So remember, we started off lying down on your arm and toes to the front corner of your mat. Let's think about that little pocket of air, top hip on top of your bottom hip. Hand here or here. Exhale or here if you can. Let's try it here. We're going to float the legs off and we're going to lower down. If you need more support, hand here, or you could be here. Make sure you're not rolling onto that butt cheek. Relax your head and neck. Zip up your inner thigh. Try and get your big toes level and relax your neck. 4 and lower. 3 and lower. 2 more. Last one, hold it here. Hand lifted if it's not. If it's available, little flutter kicks. Let's go. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your hips still and out, 2. Keep it tight. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift up and lower down. Come onto your elbow, if that's where you're at, or onto the tip of the elbow. Make sure you're not lounging. Let's lift up. Top elbow towards the ceiling, or maybe you want your hand here. Pick up that top leg. Remember, option is here if you need it. We flex. Forward, forward. Point the toes and we take it back. Check in with this top hip. Make sure it is not moving. Keep it even front and even back. Really think about lifting that bottom waist. And smile. It's all much better when you smile. 4 more. And take it back. Remember, you're on that imaginary shelf. Show me the difference in your foot placement. Flexion and extension. 2 more. Close your ribs. Last one. Take it back. Watch that top hip. We lift up, over the fence tap. Up and take it behind. Up. I want you to go all the way to the floor. I just have the plant in the way. And up. Make sure you're not collapsing here. And up. All the way to the floor. And lift. 4 more. Oh, feel that burn. And up. And take it over. Beautiful. 2 more. And back. Hips still. Last one. And back. Bring your legs together, roll over onto your butt cheeks, straighten that bottom arm, lift your legs, lift your arm, relax, breathe. Now if you can, lift your arm higher, lift your legs higher and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Well done, guys. Going to finish off with some spinal extension with your band. So place your band in front of you. I'd like you to lie down. Arms are bent, like a stop sign. I'd like you to activate your glutes. Turn your heels inwards, rotate your knees outwards. So think of your Pilates triangle here, draw your navel up and in. Exhale, you're gonna reach your arms here. Now lift your chest as you pull your band in. Exhale, reach long. Elbows wide and lift, lift, lift. Make sure you're not using your neck. Keep your feet grounded. 2 more. Reach, elbows wide, pull the band. Last one. Lift, 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 and relax down. Hands underneath your chest. Press back, child's pose. Good job, guys. Anchor your sit bones. Elbows are bent, and just allow your chest to fall through your arms. I'd like you to breathe. Nice, easy breath. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you breathe, just be aware of how your body feels. Let go of any tension or grip. Tuck your tailbone under and let's roll up, bone by bone. Last thing will be your head. And you are done. Fabulous work, guys. As always, I'd love to hear your feedback. And stay safe and healthy. See you next time on the mat.